to the Sky Ride broadcast, live from downtown Hooker, Oklahoma, at Smitty's Bar and Grill, with your host, Riley Trimpe and Skylar Williams. I'm going to come at you with the weather. Today the high was 76 with the low of 62. Tomorrow is supposed to be not as warm with the rain, high of 68, low of 43. And then Saturday, it's supposed to be hazy but sunny with the high of 59, the low of 39. Sunday, the high of 51, cooler with showers in the morning, and then the low of 36. And then Monday, the high of 56 with the low of 38. And then Tuesday, we got the high of 59 with the low of 35. And I'm going to come at you with the new local news. It says lottery. Okay, Governor Stitt announces new limit on public gatherings amid rises in COVID cases. It says, Governor Stitt on Thursday announced new COVID-19 restrictions in Oklahoma, which includes limiting capacity at some public gatherings. And it says, during a new conference, Stitt announces he issues a new executive order which will include the following measures. Attendance at youth indoor sporting events will be limited to 4 spectators per participants, or 50% of the building's capacity, which is lower. Public gatherings are limited to 50% capacity unless the local health department has granted an expectation. Examples of public gatherings include weddings, funerals, and holiday parties at event centers. This doesn't apply to churches, but Stitt said he wants the church leaders to continue to innovate in their ways to prevent the spread of the virus. The order also extends the rules for bars and restaurants, requiring tables to be spaced 6 feet apart, and that bar and restaurant closes at 11 p.m. each night. He says, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We are going to get through this together, Stitt said. Oklahoma on Thursday surpassed 225,000 total community-related COVID-19 cases since the pandemic has begun. According to the State Department of Health, 1,980 Oklahomans have died due to the virus. Oklahoma's Health Commissioner Lance Fry discussed the Centers for Disease Control Prevention's new guidelines regarding quarantine. CDC still recommends 14 days if possible, but Fry says the CDC have gave another option, including shortening the quarantine to 10 days or 7 days in certain circumstances. Quarantine can end after 10 days without testing if no symptoms have been reported during daily monitoring. Quarantine can end after 7 days if the individual tested negative and if no symptoms have been reported during the daily monitoring. And that's about all that's on the bill for Governor Stitt.
Why are we not 6 feet apart?
We? Because we're both. And that's all that really says on that. Did you hear how Hooker's game went the other night, Riley?
No, I did not. I know they're playing, I think they're playing right now in Garber, I believe. So if anybody has any updates on the game, let us know in the comments, or if Hooker wins, let us know. Message us, or
You can comment on the video and stuff. And it says, from the OSU game, 50-44 win over Texas Tech. Oklahoma State turned in its first legit shootout of the season in the Cowboys' final home game. There were plenty of remarkable plays from both teams.
but the next game, OSU lost to TCU.
And that's really all I have on the local news and weather. Now I'm going to turn it over to Riley for your sports and entertainment.
The Clippers re-signed Paul George to a 4-year, $190 million contract extension. The Clippers have signed Paul George to a 4-year, $190 million contract extension, in addition to the $35.4 million salary he's earning this season. Which he didn't do much in the playoffs this last year. Maybe I'll change this upcoming season. But the rest of the conference is so stacked. Like, the Lakers are probably going to win that division. The Lakers are going to probably win the title again next year. If they're saying Harden wants to get traded either the Bucks, the Heat to Miami to the Nets or the 76ers. I think he'll do good in all four places.
He would. How about the Cowboys game the other night, Riley?
They got, they got blown out pretty much. Well, they got blown out. It wasn't really a game. I mean, I really didn't watch it because the only reason why I wanted to watch is to watch Des Bryant play, but he didn't play because of COVID. He had a false COVID test, so he didn't play that night. I wanted to watch him play, but he wasn't able to. SmackDown was on tomorrow night. There was a big contract signing with Sasha Banks and Carmella for TLC. Sami Zayn is fighting Big E in a non-title match. And if Big E wins, he might earn himself an Intercontinental title shot.
Did what's her name have a baby yet?
Is Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins had a baby Saturday morning? No. Sunday or Monday morning, named Rocks. And the man has now become the mom.
Good one there.
And Seth is out for a while because of that.
Is Becky Lynch out for a while?
Yeah, but I think she'll come back for WrestleMania. Because I heard WWE wants to have a big one-on-one match with her and Ronda Rousey.
Any more on sports?
Well, it's college basketball. In Big 12 basketball, there's only 2 undefeated teams left in the Big 12 for basketball. The number 2 ranked Baylor Bears and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. I think Oklahoma State can run the Big 12. There's a possibility, but I think OSU might be the best team in the Big 12, if not the second best. I mean, they have. This is the best recruiting class they've had since Marcus Smart in 2013 or 14. I mean, they have the number 1 recruit in the country, Kate Cunningham, so there's high hopes for this Oklahoma State team this year.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Lonnie from Smitty's. She made us a profile picture and a cover photo for our page, and me and Riley want to say a huge thank you for that. That means a lot to us. And she did use our 2 favorite colors, Riley, in that profile picture.
At least somebody else is paying attention. There was a death this week, and he broke the sound barrier. You know what I'm talking about? What was his name? Chuck Yeager, test pilot who broke the sound barrier, is dead, or he died at the age of 97. He lived a long life.
He did. You wish you lived that long?
Maybe.
I kind of wish I would live longer than that.
But what's your guys' favorite, like, video games or even cell phone games? I know for me, my favorite video game is like any sports game, or I've been playing some Fortnite lately, but I'm getting kind of tired of that again. But I've been playing like a lot of 2K, NBA 2K, and Madden. I've been playing some NASCAR a lot. And my favorite phone game is probably WWE Supercard, or Madden Mobile, or even NBA Supercard. WWE Supercard's super fun. They came out with a new season this month, the 7th, or it was like this month or in the last month. And my cards got even better. I mean,
My favorite cell phone game is Among Us right now.
yeah, Among Us is pretty good.
Because one of my friends, he got me started on it. And we play together on there and everything. Me and Riley even play on there together. I don't play much regular video games. I used to, and my favorite video game was GTA 5 or Madden.
I hooked up the Xbox wall the other day, and me and Skylar, well, I have a voice, and me and Skylar played the voice, and good thing those videos aren't on Snapchat anymore.
It was pretty awful, but we did pretty good on the game.
Yeah. So what's your favorite video game to play nowadays?
Nowadays, it would be NASCAR. Cause I play with you on there a lot.
Who wins? Well, it'll take us like 15 restarts to get the whole race in. Maybe even 20. Because we ended up breaking on the first lap.
But me and Riley have fun playing video games together. With Christmas getting closer, a reminder, Santa will be coming to Hooker, Oklahoma this weekend to visit kids that don't get much Christmas.
If you want to see Santa, let us know in the comments or shoot us a message.
You could even donate stuff for Santa to give out. It don't have to be anything fancy, anything expensive. And stuff like that. But if you have a kid or kids that want to see Santa and that don't get much Christmas, because me and Riley know it's hard for parents right now with the whole pandemic going on, Santa will be here and would love to see your kids.
And if what me and Skylar were start doing is like after the podcast, we'll post a thing on Instagram or Snapchat or possibly on Facebook to see, like, you can ask us questions and we will answer some questions on the podcast. Like on Scoutless, we'll do like news and stuff. I'll do like sports stuff. Like, you can ask me a sports question, we can discuss on the podcast, and you can even ask Scott a sports question.
Yep.
And we can ask the same question and we'll discuss on the podcast.
Okay, I have one thing to say. I don't know if he's watching tonight, but we have our top fan for the podcast page, and it is Tanner McBee. And I want to say, Tanner, thank you for all your support and all your questions you have asked us. And we need to get you on here as soon as possible to interview you on here about sports and stuff like that.
I'll try to get that done.
And then we have another big supporter, and he's letting us do the podcast down here at Smitty's. I want to give a very huge shout out to Dakota and Lonnie Smith.
Some of our watchers are here in Smitty tonight.
I want to say thank you and everything for letting us do it down here. And because at first me and Riley were kind of scared to do it down here, because we didn't think we were going to get anybody to watch us when we do it down here and everything. And I want to say thank you, Dakota and Lonnie, for your support and letting us do the podcast down here. And then I want to say, me and Riley were discussing last night that we're probably going to enter the Pioneer Day Parade and do the podcast live during the parade and everything.
The last podcast we did on here, it reached 3,566 people.
That is a lot. How many shares does it have?
18 shares.
And that is a bunch.
In the last podcast we had, one that had Santa Claus in there, it has 2,373 people reached it.
That is a lot of people.
1.2 thousand people shared it, or viewed it, 29 shares.
That is a hell of a lot of shares. And then me and Riley were talking about setting up a booth at the Hooker Car Show the first Saturday in September.
Yeah, and we can interview.
You guys can come down and be on there. But when we talk, that will be on and off, doing the broadcast live and everything. And then hopefully we'll have our shirts here before long. So we could kind of wear them and show you what they look like.
Stella, I just got a message saying that you're super to dog tonight.
Okay. But I want to say thank you for all of you that watched us and that are supporting us in doing this. I did reach out to Spotify this morning, and me and Riley have a high chance of getting our own Spotify account and doing our podcast on there. And everything.
And I'll try to get on YouTube as well.
What?
We'll try to get on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get on YouTube and everything. Because I did look up some stuff and everything like that. And I did.
And if you're friends with me on Facebook, go look like this. Share it on Facebook.
And me and Riley are gonna try to decorate our vehicle for the Pioneer Day Parade.
And we'll have people throwing out candy.
We'll see if my fiance will throw out candy and maybe one of our other friends. And everything, and if you have not tried Smitty's, they are open tonight from 5 to 11 p.m. And for your safety, the tables are 6 feet apart, and there are booths open for you to sit at, and booths closed off for your safety.
They do play pool down here.
There is a pool league going on tonight down here. So come out and try Smitty's in downtown Hooker, Oklahoma. They are located on Main Street. You can't miss them.
So, do you have any fun facts for today?
I do. Let me bring that up real quick.
Do you want to go daily question too?
That's if you want to, or do you want to change it up the way like what you were talking about, doing having them ask us questions and we answering one here on the broadcast and stuff like that.
We can ask daily questions.
Here's some of the fun facts. It says squirrels are behind most power outages in the U.S. Did you know that?
I had a feeling about that. The squirrels are always on those power lines, and they might not survive.
They may not. Spider webs are used as bandages in ancient time. A woman who lost her wedding ring found it 16 years later on a carrot in her garden. One quarter of all your bones are located in your feet. That's a lot of bones in your feet, Lynn.
So that carrot thing, I guess another carrot, I said no, and put a ring on it.
Yep, apparently. It says many oranges are actually green.
I cannot tell that. Because at the beginning of they have to get like a lot of sun and change orange.
The opposite side of a die will always add up to 7. Whatever that means. And it says playing dance music can ward off mosquitoes.
I seen one of our daily watchers watching with us today.
Who's that?
Tanner Hurst.
Tanner, how are you doing tonight?
Our top fan. So day 2 of asking you guys to show your beer on Smitty's.
Day 2. Well, I'm not gonna do it tonight because I gotta drive.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time we do it down here. And here's a couple more fun facts. Bees can detect bombs. I did not know that. The world's biggest tire producer is Lego.
I find it hard to believe.
I find it hard to believe, but that's what it says. And it says newborns don't shed tears. Newborn babies don't shed tears. I could find that sometimes hard to believe. And it says naps could save your life one day.
Yeah, I don't take naps. Well, I rarely take naps anymore. I take them like once, maybe like 6 months a little.
I take them quite often. When I was younger, I hated taking naps. I had the energy of a Tasmanian devil when I was younger. But most of the time you can find me sleeping at Riley's, down here at Smitty's.
What? Sleeping here at Smitty's?
No, you could find me
Oh,
either sleeping, Riley's house, Smitty's, or taking photos and stuff like that.
Tanner B said we need to have a wing eating contest.
Wing eating contest.
Wing, not weed.
I said wing.
Oh, there's a weed. Oh, look.
No. None of that on here. Maybe when Riley's all healed up and could eat wings, we'll probably have one down here. And everything. Okay, Riley, I have a question for you. I know I've asked you this once on here. What is your favorite thing to get down here? But what do you recommend people trying down here?
I think people need to try the mix tacos.
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 I think the mixed tacos are one of the greatest things down here to get. Because when I used to get them, they used to be small. And I think every time I get them, they come out bigger than the last time. And here's a dumb fact.
The hooker go on Speed Crescent tonight, and the hooker Lady Bulldogs beat the Ripley Lady Dogs. I spit out the lead.
Here's a couple dumb, silly, and funny facts. Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb, was afraid of the dark. Did you know that, Riley?
Kinda. I remember them saying something about that in school.
And it says a cockroach can live 9 days without its head before it starves to death.
Tanner B said he likes the chicken fry down here.
I haven't tried that. I'm gonna have to try that one night down here. So Hey, Tanner McGree, do you recommend that to people down to try it? And it says most American cars horns honk in the key of F, which also is the same key as a telephone dial tone. I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of,
My car horn sucks.
yeah, because of the Jeep.
No.
I'm surprised he hasn't needed a tow truck yet.
It says honey is made from nectar and bee vomit. Well, that kind of makes me not want to eat honey anymore. Fruit flavored snacks are made with the same wax used on cars, and the gelatin in fruit snack is mostly made from pork skin and pork and cattle bones and split cattle hides. That kind of makes me not want to eat those either anymore.
And somebody said we should do shots now.
Shots. Maybe next time we're down here we can do some of that stuff. But we're just glad Dakota is letting us do it down here, the podcast down here, because he is one of our biggest. And when I mean biggest, I mean biggest supporters on letting us do this. Here's one that says three foods never to eat. It says fried, grilled, or boiled food. And it says French fries and potato chips because they're unhealthy. It says 3 foods to never really eat.
I heard that part. What's the food?
It says French fries and potato chips because they're very unhealthy and got a lot of salt in them.
I mean,
Potato chips are addicting, so are French fries.
they're just good.
And it says white bread.
That's good too.
That's some of the food they tell us not to eat because they're unhealthy for us. You have anything you want to say, Riley, to mention Dakota on here?
I was thankful for this dude down here.
And I want to say, Dakota, thank you for opening up Smitty's and making it one of the greatest places to eat, hang out, and enjoy some television and stuff like that down here. Because I know when Wingate closed, there was really nowhere for people to go here in Hookery to hang out and stuff and have a good meal. And I also want to mention Tyrone's Food Mart. They are closed on Sundays, but if you haven't tried going in there and checking it out, I recommend you to. It's located in Tyrone by Weasel's Auto Shows on Highway 54. Go try them out. Give them the business.
No, like that.
What? Give them the business. Let them know that you're going to support them locally, because I know during this time of the pandemic, a lot of places have closed down because they're not making enough money. And a lot of COVID-19 guidelines caused them to shut down during the pandemic. And there's a lot of people without jobs. Reminder, Santa will be here this weekend. Let me or Riley know, or send us a message on the podcast page, and then we'll be glad to let your kids see Santa Claus.
What is our daily question?
Okay, our daily question. I'm going to have a question about myself. If you heard me in the last podcast down here at Smitty's, what is my favorite thing to get down here at Smitty's to eat?
Can I answer?
Nope. And now you could ask your daily question, Riley. And it don't have to be about yourself. While you're thinking, I'll still talk.
What father-son duo in NASCAR has won the most popular driver award and the championship the same year?
Can I answer?
No. So is that all the time we have for tonight?
Well, let me see if anybody commented so far. I want to say one last thing. Thank y'all for watching and supporting us. And everything. And I want to say a huge thank you to Dakota and Lonnie for letting us do our podcast down here. And everything. And I want to thank Riley for doing the podcast with me. And that's about all the time we have and everything. And if Riley has anything to say before we get off of here.
Thank you for doing the podcast with me.
And then we'll be on again tomorrow or the next day. And Riley's going to play the ending song.
And if you guys know, it's going to be a WWE song. If you guys know whose song it is, we'll give you a shirt or a sticker or something.